Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Minds Beneath Us. Last time we left off, we were in the middle of this conversation where you said Jesse? Jesse? What? Now that we're at work, there are a few things I need your advice on. Okay, sure. First, the surveillance system. You got the whole architecture wrong. You thought all modules must be tightly integrated, right? Nope. Series of independent subsystems works better. Does that solve your problem? Kind of. Not a yes or no. Won't you kind of me? Yes, you did solve my problem. Cool. What's next? Next is the network topology. Been on a wrong track altogether. I saw your work. There's a lot of redundancy. It's kind of fascinating why you'd want to loop data back and forth like that. Very interesting, but a stupid thing to do nonetheless. Don't do it next time. I'm sorry. My attitude is out of control again. I know I'm a dick, alright. I don't blame you. You must be overwhelmed by the issues of the cellar. On top of that, Mr. Sue. No, it's not like that. I'm just like that. It's the reason why I'm dead against working with you guys as a team. Patience is not my strong suit. I lose my temper very easily. All my past colleagues hate me. They call me arrogant, control freak, so on and so forth. You know it's a problem. Why don't I fix it? Because it's hard. I know this sounds arrogant, but I've got to say it anyway. Thing is, I'm smarter than most people, at least in my domain of expertise. To me, the mistakes they make are super obvious. Still, they make the same mistakes over and over again. Keep going the wrong way and whine like a crybaby when they run into a wall face first. Then they come to ask me for help, bitching about everything except their own stupidity. Could have pointed out their mistakes early on, but they call me rude or manipulative in that case. So I have to shut up and watch them make a fool of themselves. It's the same even after they screw up. So they ask me to fix stuff for them, but I can't tell them that they've been on the wrong track since the beginning. Instead, I've got to babysit them, cater for their feelings. Now you see I'm a dick. No, I don't think so. I'm just wondering that this they of yours, are their feelings really so fragile? Depends on what issue they have. Like, if it's trivial stuff that they don't really mind, I can't just go and point out their mistakes. That would definitely make me a prick. On the other hand, if it's important stuff, they kind of take it very personally. Criticizing their methodology is often taken as a personal attack. Most of them don't have the objective perspective to see the difference. If I have a problem with the way they do things, I'm challenging their authority, that sort of thing. What if you take a not-so-straightforward approach? I don't have the patience for that. Like dancing around the elephant in the room. Point out the problem without pointing out that they are the problem. Help them out and make them feel good. Nope, can't do that. You think I'm exaggerating? Somewhat. Well, told you I'm a dick. This is who I am. I've been trying to polish myself. Although it's not quite working, as you can tell. So I'm going for the next best thing. Which is never work with other people. Yep. There's no teamwork. I don't get a chance to show my prick face. Sorry for being a nuisance. The advice I gave, I'll rephrase them better. As to now, I need some alone time. Suppose you're right, the cellar is stressing me out, alright. Okay. We can talk about it later. Kaylee? Yes? Thank you. For what? For not hitting me on the spot. You know what? I kinda like you. Huh? Anyway, let's get the work done first. Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting point. Like, not specifically wanting to point out that someone's doing something wrong and, you know, like, wanting to help but not wanting to seem like an ass when you're helping because it seems like you're just, you know, over-explaining things to them. I will say, though, I don't think anybody is absolutely perfect at their job and is absolutely free from criticism, and it can sometimes be good to get different perspectives on things. So just letting one person basically run how everything is coded or written is usually a bad idea, in my opinion. You still need other people to critique it and things like that. Just having one person have control over everything can usually lead to some issues. It's sometimes good to get different perspectives, although that can be a little bit harder because you need to find people that can actually communicate with each other effectively. Hey Jason, do you mind if we talk for a bit? Depends on what it is. I don't know what to make of Mr. Sue going forward. What do you mean? He's grumpy and stubborn, but I respected him. He's a capable worker and one heck of a man, never yielding to anything he doesn't agree with. You know how terrible this place is. He's like the pillar that holds the place up. This day he's been my role model. I wanted to grow into something like him. And now you feel betrayed, right? That's one way to put it. Seems surprised that I know his feeling. Come on, I've seen this way too many times. Idolizing someone, trying so hard to grow into their shoes. It's like I don't know what they'll live for anymore. When this idol crashes and burns, the whole world goes with them. What do you make of Mr. Sue? A selfish man sacrificing others for his own agenda, in my opinion, doesn't matter. He's just a man, and a man makes mistakes. We simply forgive him when his mistake has consequences like this? You're still the same man. I see you have found your own answer. So you found your own answer? Yeah. That's all I have to say. Sorry for wasting your time. I mean, people can make mistakes. That doesn't technically mean you need to forgive them, but they can work for repentance. Yale, you're your own man. Liam Sue has nothing to do with it. Thank you, Jason. I just realized I have work to do. See you then. Are you okay? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I mean... For repentance and forgiveness and owning up to past mistakes and trying to move past it is something that I think is good, but no one is owed you forgiving them. That's still on other people to decide. Right, that's it. Reorganize and compile again. Never mind, could you show me a screenshot? It's okay, let's fix it one step at a time. I'm just busy with some sort of remote technical support task. Okay, Kathy, bye-bye. I guess I'm going to board this. Jason, wait! Done here. Let's get back together. Sounds good. God, I would hate being able to get a remote support task just while I'm walking around like that and have to do it through like a headset or my phone. That sounds awful. Elevator feels safer now that the maintenance spots are gone. Hope it won't shake now. Right. Relax. Yes. But it's still moving faster than usual. It is faster. See? Yes, they cranked the speed up. Gonna crank up and down elevator speed at will? Not at will. Maybe they did something during this round of maintenance. The elevator is slow. It takes forever to go up or down. Totally agreed. Do you think Yale is okay? He must be sad after Mr. Sue. You need to check on him more often. He'll ask if he needs help. He's a grown man. He can deal with it. You need to check on him. You're right. He needs to talk with somebody, if not a therapist. You all know that he idolizes Mr. Sue. What happened could have destroyed his world. Why do you care so much? Maybe because we have too much in common. We both idolize someone and strive to earn their approval. In your case, Justin? Yeah. Why him? Not like Yale, I don't have personal feelings involved. I just want to earn the recognition of an outstanding engineer. So I believe. Don't build your confidence on other people's recognition. Yes. Absolutely. But I can't live on self-recognition, or else I'd end up like QQ. Have a little of both. Right. Oh, thank you for vouching for me back there. Nah, don't mention it. I owe you a big thank you. I guess Justin would have sent me on fetch quests if not for you. Really don't want to be an errand girl. My skills are more helpful in the office, like I found out who installed those disruptors. But you did too, in your own way. It's quite an eventful day. Lots of shuttle rides. Elevator rides too. True. Hey, we're almost there. Told you the elevator's faster now. So, see you later? Bye. Bye. Oh, that's awkward. The conversation ended before we were actually done. Here we are. Bye, Kathy. Mr. Dye. My boss wants to see you. Yuna Sue. What for? She wants to have a talk in person. Not even explaining to her own minion. This way, please. 23, are you aware of what's happening here? I'm gonna run this way. Nope. I can't run, so they probably don't want me to explore. Alright, this way it is then. What do you require of me? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Anything? Oh yeah, we're just going in the elevator. Okay, never mind. Uh-huh, ellipses at you too. What kind of person would you say your boss is? She doesn't want to answer. A good chess player. Was unexpected. What do you mean? She always sees 5 steps into the future and prepares for everything. She's abnormally seasoned for her age. Say that she has her own cult of personality. We've arrived. Okay. Seasoned chess player is not what you want to hear. That's an intimidating one. He's here, ma'am. Good. You're dismissed. Yes, ma'am. Have a seat. Any progress? Why do you think I should have any progress? Or sort of? Do I want to work with you, though? I don't know. Any progress? Sort of. Like, I could work with you. I don't know if I'm gonna work with you, though. But I could squeeze you for information. We'll give a little, I guess... Sort of? Please share. The board of directors will soon call a meeting to decide the fate of Silencio. Some directors of the board are pulling strings trying to shut Silencio down. Board of directors will soon call a meeting to decide the fate of Silencio. God, that cold stare. Are you kidding me? Took you this long to find out what every single soul at this farm already knows? Busted. Consider this a warning. Stop wasting time, yours as well as mine. Do you have anything valuable or not? Some directors are pulling strings to manipulate the fate of Silencio. Oh, are you sure? Believe it or not. Yeah, there are factions regarding the fate of Silencio, but a director shouldn't be personally involved. This is breaking the equilibrium. Now your turn. Okay. Now let's see what I can share with you. As far as I know, certain directors of the board care a lot about Silencio. I know that. You know nothing. Nobody ever cared so much about Silencio. Something is very wrong. Considered every single possibility, cash flow, business strategies, land value, patents, so on and so forth. Silencio is more of a liability than an asset in every sense, so why such attention? Why now? Because it's cranking up juicing power to a lethal level? What? I told her too much. She could have inferred the rest. I was wondering if that was... if that was something I probably should have hidden. You're saying they're trying to increase profit at the cost of lives? Oddly specific for speculation. Damn. We are talking about a death toll potentially in hundreds of thousands. No profit could justify such risk. So what is really going on? I have no idea yet. Is that supposed to be helpful? Patience, I'm coming to it. I believe the key is not with Silencio itself. We should examine external factors. It's way too vague. Let's just say whether Silencio goes or stays, profitability is not a factor of consideration. All directors agree on one thing, that Silencio doesn't make any real profit. The reason to keep it is for political leverage. This farm addresses the unemployment issue for the government. As to why it should go, it's rather self-explanatory. High upkeep and zero profits. Political leverage? The rise of AI has robbed many of their jobs. Flop farming addresses the issue of skyrocketing unemployment. You've seen what's going on in the cellar, you know what I mean. In that sense, we are doing the government a huge favor. Vision could benefit from that. Things have been like this for a long time. The two factions were relatively at peace until now. They must have been provoked by something. The only thing I can think of is that Vision must have discovered a new way to generate exponentially more flops. She reached the same conclusion as Fran and C2 did. Are you sure about that? 90% positive. In other words, not quite sure. In a sense, the fight over Silencio represents the future of Vision. Path 1, befriend the government and wrestle Sunrise for more political power. Path 2, dominate the flop farming business with powerful technology. As the board, they do planning on a macro level. I don't expect you to understand, just take it as a fact. This is far beyond me indeed. One thing I'm 100% sure of is that there will be a clash of factions very soon. Based on what you found out, the pro-closure faction is already in motion. How is your information supposed to help me? I hope you understand how dire the situation is, because considering everything we know so far, Francis must have touched a nerve. She's onto something that both factions want to keep confidential. In other words, she's in more danger than you can imagine. Yeah... She's pissed off both sides. So yeah, there's a side that specifically wants to get into the government, get onto the government's good side by keeping this place open for zero profit. And then there's the one where they just want to close this one because it's not good for profit and then focus on other ones. We both need more intel, Jason Dye. Or better still, hard evidence. Directors can't openly break the rules they made, that is the bottom line. You said some directors were directly meddling to shut this farm down. You must have puppets to carry out their plans in the dark. Your next mission is to find out who these puppets are. I already know it. Liam, Sue, and Kevin Hu. What's in it for me? Consider me owing you one if you manage to identify any puppet of the directors. This favor will be returned when you're in need. Or do you already have a lead? I don't know that I totally want to work with you, honestly, and I've already given you too much. So, I'm gonna say no progress. I also don't want to sell out Liam. No progress. Figured. That wraps it up. Time for you to go. Don't stay, we can't afford to attract attention. Jason, we're getting results. Come back to the van. Go. Need to prepare for my next appointment. I'll be in touch. What exactly do you want out of this? I want more power. To get power, I need information. You want to settle the score for Francis. For that, you need information too. Our interests are aligned, that is all you need to know. Bye, Jason Dye. Bye. Time to go to the van. Maybe this is the end of it. Yeah. I did give you a little bit too much information there, but I'm not selling out Liam. Not to you. Because, then Liam's head is going to be on my shoulders. Okay. Down to the shuttle platform? Yeah, because that's where the truck was parked, right? Okay. Let's see what happens now. Hello. Did I miss the prompt? Oh. I thought that was the prompt to the elevator. Hey, Jason! You're back. Yeah. It's crowded in here. It's crowded in here. Huh, Nin, what did I say? No budget for a bigger van. How's the comparison going, 23? Patience, here it is. Gather up, folks, the moment of truth. 23? No. No what? No evidence that they're increasing the power of flop generation. Nothing at all? Nothing at all. Everything fits perfectly together above or below the counter. Are you sure? 100% positive. What? How could it be? Show me the files, 23. Cross-referenced every single line, there's nothing. Show me the files all the same. Suggesting I overlooked? I just want to confirm. Normally you wouldn't ask. This is too important to afford any oversight, 23. I know, sorry, it's just... Files sent over. They do seem right. Yeah. What now? Admit we made a big mistake? Can't be. Both Auntie and Francis have proven Vision is selling more flops than it could generate. Maybe they discovered some kind of new technology? And kept it secret? Possible. Miss Yaz's data shows all those extra flops are from Vision itself. Maybe there's some kind of secret technology hidden in Silencio? It's just too drastic to keep a technology secret. If they did tamper with sourcing records, it can't be for proprietary technology. Covering up evidence of crime. Still in favor of our original theory. Still believe this data from the cellar has been tampered with. Possible, this is raw data retrieved right from the cellar. This is tampered with, it means the Ops Division has never seen the actual data. That in turn means Ops never managed the cellar runs itself, they just play along. You seriously believe that? I do. You have no idea what Vision is capable of. That is absurd. I call it one big hoax or money laundering scheme. 23. Listen to me, Nin, please. We must start over and be practical. It's very likely that our so-called additional flops do not exist. Unlikely. Vision provides flops for many clients. If they don't supply enough, people will find out. It is possible. You are aware there's an arms race of flops going on among small and medium enterprises, right? They're hoarding up flop contracts like there's no tomorrow. The idea is whoever stops first is out of the game. They can't really use up all those flops they paid for. What if... Sunrise is one of Vision's clients, not to mention Growl and Datum. Are you suggesting they're blind too? Or maybe they're all in this together. There's a gigantic conspiracy. Vision does not want anyone to see this data. You know how hard they tried. This isn't some ridiculously sophisticated misdirection campaign. Then maybe... Enough, 23. To verify data from the cellar, we have two options. 1. Hack into the flop core. 2. Retrieve data from other farms with abnormal flops output. Other farms? You don't have that kind of time or resources. Yes, the flop core is the only viable option. Don't tell me you want to... I know you hate it. I hate it? Are you suggesting I am the problem? You should hate it too. Infiltrating the flop core is a felony. Your choice, 23. I won't drag you into something you don't agree with. This is so wrong in so many ways. I know. I made my choice. Your turn. Okay. Let's take the flop core. C2 looks immensely relieved. There's one condition. You must not lead the operation. I know you want to take the front line, right? No. Can't let Lawrence and Jason take the risk. That would be... Consider this. If you're seen, not necessarily caught, that would alert Owl. Can we afford that? Alert Owl? I thought Owl was backing this operation. Oh, are we doing this under the table? I thought Owl was backing this. Wait. She interrupted me. It's an investigation. It's not sanctioned by Owl? What? Then I think we should... I know. You're right, Francis. Sorry for keeping you in the dark. What the... No way, you're shitting me? Lawrence doesn't know either? Then explain. This investigation is a personal project between 23 and I. Owl doesn't know about it. That's why they assigned you to other tasks mid-operation. And why we don't have the budget for a second beacon. You all noticed? Correct, but we have a reason to hide this operation from Owl. Owl belongs to the government, but is ultimately funded by big corporations. It's not a neutral organization. Okay, see, this is what I mentioned earlier. I was like, I mean, we're working for the government, but the government is still in bed with the big corporations. So it didn't seem like a totally neutral or unbiased organization. So yeah, this checks out. This is what I thought. So we are part of like an underground resistance group. Just really, really small scale. There are Vision's agents with an Owl. We can't let them know about this. What happens if Owl finds out? We'll face administrative punishment, which is the least of our problems. Our boss will call a stop to this operation for sure. Why keep us in the dark? It was my idea. Didn't want to make things more complicated than they already are. You're in enough trouble already. I don't want to have you overwhelmed. I see your point. That is all in your favor. I seldom see Fran this harsh. You're right. Sorry. Consider me corrected. So you two against both Vision and Owl? Is that what you're saying? Kind of. Although we're against the specific activity of Visions, not the corporation itself. That is cool! Ready to take on the whole world in order to make things right. That's what heroism's about! Don't dramatize, Lawrence. We have practical objective, which is to ensure the safety of the people in the cellar. Oh. Apologize for not making this clear sooner. Hold on. If this is illegal, aren't we your accomplices? The operation is compromised. You will be spared as misled, manipulated civilians. Not guilty by reason of being uninformed. Depends on what you tell them. I knew this would happen. Guys, this is exactly why we didn't want to let you know. What do you mean? Fran's getting angry. In case we doubt you? Jason? 23 is trying to say is that you don't know, honestly. If you don't know, you don't know, honestly uninformed. Now that you know it, there's a whole new dimension of concerns. See your point. Sorry for doubting you. Apology is all mine, we started it. Now would you agree to not lead the charge then? If I'm to hold back, Jason and Lawrence must infiltrate the flop core together. I can't have either of them acting alone. What do you say, Lawrence? Say hell yeah, I've been looking forward to some badass action. Jason? Is it dangerous? Risk of being identified is very high, but no physical danger. As far as I know, the flop core is equipped with a sophisticated surveillance system, but no security guards. Our intel says the same. I'm good, as long as Fran gives the green light. Go then. There's no physical danger. Thank you. Now we have a direction, next specific strategy. Retrieving the data is simple enough, exactly like what you did before. Enter the flop core, plug in my decryption device, and call it a day. You still have the thing, Lawrence? I do. How long does it take? About 3 minutes. Counting everything, 30 seconds to crack the encryption, then copy everything out. I can see everything in plain text after decryption. What do you care? Just copy everything. You have all the time in the world to examine the data at home. The copying part's automated. You just need to plug, unplug, and go. Considering the sheer volume of the data, it'll take a little while. Good. Next, let's work out an infiltration plan. Flop core is located on a restricted level. You need security clearance to make the cellar elevator stop there. I'm afraid this is the only way to get in. There's no farm staff, no permanent security guard. As long as we can get there, the rest is a breeze. 2 issues in front of us. First, how to get security clearance. Second, an ID card to open the locked door. You know your farm well, Supervisor? The ID is a non-issue. We can forge one anytime. Please no more funny titles this time. Rest assured, I'm on top of the ID. Can't afford to let 23 screw around. Hey, I have a serious face for serious occasions too. What title do you have in mind? Cable Management Engineer. It's legit! There are tons of cables in the flop core. Totally makes sense. I suggest Special Inspector dispatched by the CEO. CEO, Shane Yan. Inspectors have access to all parts of the farm. Being sent by the CEO means no one dares to question you. Are we both inspectors, me and Lawrence? No need. There's no one in the flop core. You don't need to perfect the act. Take the elevator to the flop core, open the door with the ID card, and it's done. The actual title doesn't matter. We only use the ID card as a key? Yes and no. If anything out of our plan happens, you will need to show a proper title. In that case, Cable Management Engineer definitely won't work. Security clearance is a bit of an issue. Why? I can grant you security access through the beacon, but there's one problem. Come on, one problem is basically no problem. Flop core is under maximum security. Visit by anyone with clearance or not triggers an alert. I can delay this alert, but not cancel it. You must get out before the alert goes out. This is the only solution I have. What do you say? Say go ahead. You'll have more than enough time. Maybe we could ask Yuna Sue for help. She said she'd return the favor. I think I can get help from Yuna Sue. The IAB officer? She should be able to grant security clearance. Better still, she will give you a legit reason to visit. Why would she help you? In exchange for intel. Intel? Cito was alerted. I'll give her something unrelated to our investigation. It is unrelated, alright. How do you know she'll buy it? She asked for it and promised to return the favor. Meaning you don't know what will happen. Yeah, I don't really know. Doesn't hurt to try. Go ahead then. Well done, Jason. This could be a safer alternative. What's the location of Yuna Sue? Entrance lobby on the first floor. I granted Jason security clearance. She hasn't moved. Get going, Jason. Contact Lawrence when you have the clearance for the flop core. What if Yuna Sue says no? Then we have our original plan. And take this. Stun grenade, your last resort. Stun grenade? My genius design, a flashbang and an EMP generator rolled into one. Whenever you're up against, this thing will buy you at least 30 seconds of precious time. Works great against owl agents too. Aren't we stunned too? Your package includes contact lenses against the flash, and your earpieces have noise cancellation against the bang. Don't use it unless you absolutely have to. Remember, it's the last resort. You may need it for the next time. Yes, ma'am. Okay, go. See you later, Jason. Okay. I mean, the only problem is if... to get the clearance from Yuna, I have to sell out Liam. Which I'm not enthused about doing. But, you know, the game did just autosave right there, didn't it? Last save 5 seconds ago. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, we're gonna go ahead and stop there for today. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.